Hi, my name is FX, and I wanted to share something really powerful about mindset and identity. Now, years ago, a friend of mine reached out to me because I was very much into fitness, and he told me about a book he found called Starting Strength. It was all about powerlifting, the 5 most important moves: back squat, deadlift, bench, power cleans, and overhead press. Now, the reason why this system was so important was because it was a way to get total body workouts, to use all the muscles in conjunction with each other. So when you do a deadlift, you're using your entire body in one synergistic movement. When you're doing a back squat, you're using your entire body in one synergistic movement. This prevents muscle imbalances and a whole plethora of issues that you can get from isolating muscle groups. It prevents you from actually, hurting your tendons and your knees and stuff, because you're only as strong as your weakest link. So when you're going to deadlift, if there's any part of you that the weakest parts of you will limit your weight. That way you're not damaging anything, you're not overworking anything, and you're not creating any muscle imbalances. Now, aside from this, I wanted to get into mindset. Why is this important? Well, there's a part of me back then that was very competitive, and I realized how important mindset was indirectly, because I created the mindset that I was going to do the best out of our group. I was going to get the fastest results, the most muscle, stuff like that, right? And when I set my mind to that, I didn't realize that my identity was tied in there. I had a very strong identity of being able to do that, of that being capable for me, of that being possible. I believe so strongly in mind over matter, and it was such a big part of my identity that it bled into my mindset. So, what happened? Well, when you put your mind to something in this way, with complete focus and cutting out anything that's going to get in the way of that focus, you tend to make the right decisions more and more consistently over time. So what happened was that I was doing all the right things. I would always be like, yes, I'm healing, my body's healing, and it's recovering from this. Then I would also do things to aid that. I would take cold showers, right? I would take ice baths. I would eat healthily. I would take supplements for my bones, for my joints. And I was doing all the things that were important to get me there. However, I really personally know that mindset was the biggest factor. Why? Because how many people do that same thing but don't get results like this? So the results I got was, in 9 months, I went from a 155 pound squat to 405. That's crazy. In 9 months, not even a year. In 9 months, I went from a 175 deadlift, 175 pounds, all the way up to 445 pounds, right? Now, why is this important? Because I was squatting more than double my body weight. I was deadlifting about 2.5 times my body weight. Those numbers are huge. Those are amazing proportions to get in 9 months. And I test it all to my mindset, to knowing every single day that I'm healing, that I'm outperforming, that I'm doing better, than everyone else. Now, where I am now, I know it's more important to compare myself where I am and where I'm going versus comparing myself to others, but that's aside from the point. It's to really illustrate the power of mindset and identity. So I'm going to create a new video to show how I've readopted this mindset from back in the day, because I did lose access to it for a couple of years, for a while. But having tapped into it again, I want to share what's really on my mind, what's so important. So stay tuned.